Fox Business obtained a new report from the Council of Economic Advisors. It finds prices on imported goods are falling since President Trump's second term and are dropping faster than overall goods prices since the month of February. The report undercutting that narrative that the tariffs are fueling inflation. It shows the opposite, that imports may be helping cool prices. President Trump expanding that trade crackdown. Letters to 14 countries were sent out. More are coming, they say, promising reciprocal tariffs unless trade deals are made by August 1st. So here are the new tariff rates on countries. They don't exceed 40%, by the way. Some countries even seeing lower rates since Liberation Day. South Korea is stepping up their trade talks overnight. They called for a Renaissance partnership with the U.S. to clear up uncertainty. Japan has said overnight they want to talk. The European Union avoided a Trump letter, but instead they are negotiating to secure these exemptions from the U.S. baseline 10% levy. Ryan, I want to get your reaction to what you've seen play out in the last 24 hours.
Sure. First of all, Cheryl, good morning. Thank you for having me on. I think the extension is definitely a good thing. We've seen from the beginning that the president and the situation is going to remain fluid. We really think that the clarity is going to be a great thing. So it's great that more countries are coming to the table. The more trade deals that can be negotiated, the better. We've spoken earlier about CEOs really trying to plan business, and it's hard to do if you don't know what the playing field is. So the quicker we can get trade deals done, the better. I like the fluid approach, and hopefully we can get a lot closer to the table.
Mark, I want to get your reaction as well to this, because certainly that trade and certainly businesses have to do some planning. At the same time, the price data that we got from the Economic Council advisors, I think that was fascinating to show that the narrative is wrong and that those that predicted that prices were going to rise, inflation was going to jump, we're not seeing that.
Well, in all the research I and my team have done, there are just as many people that argue that tariffs are deflationary as there are people who argue they're inflationary. And if you think about it, I mean, as the cost of something goes up, that could trigger less demand. And when that happens, prices are going to fall. And I think, when you have some inflationary pressures coupled with some deflationary pressures, you don't see anything happen. Prices they kind of moderate. So, look, I agree that we need to get some clarity. We need to get some certainty. Pushing the goalpost back to August 1st, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that there's some time for some of these countries to arrive at a deal with us. But at the same point in time, come August 1st, I don't want this pushed back again to September 1st and then October 1st, because then CEOs can't execute.